I'm Josh Ellsworth with Stahls TV, and today I'm excited to show you the CAD-CUT Templates Online Designer. The CAD-CUT Templates Online Designer is an easy way for you to order heat transfer vinyl transfers that are weeded and ready to heat apply. All you need is a heat press. To start, let me show you some of the transfers that were created out of this designer, and then I'd like to walk you through the designer itself to let you know how to access it and how to use it. We'll start with one of the most popular products that we sell, and that is CAD-CUT Fashion Film. It's a lightweight heat transfer film that's available in a wide color selection within the designer for you to customize and create ready-to-heat apply transfers. You can actually order this product in quantities as little as one piece through the designer, so very powerful. You receive the transfer just like this. You peel away the white backing, and then I have a piece that's ready to just heat apply onto my garment, completing a nice finished result. Now, in addition to basic heat transfer vinyl finishes that we manufacture, all of our special effect finishes are also available within the Templates Designer. One that customers have been responding extremely well to is the CAD-CUT Glitter Flake. Now, everybody loves the finish of Glitter Flake, but people typically don't like to weed this product. And so we've automated that for you. You can design with Glitter Flake, select from the colors, and get a transfer that's just ready to heat apply. So it makes it great for a single piece job or large quantity jobs when you just don't have the time to do all the weeding. Additionally, you can get CAD-CUT Hologram, Fashion Film Electric. There are a lot of different styles and choices within the designer. To actually start creating, to make a transfer, you need to go to Stahls.com, either register for an account or log in, and then you launch the CAD-CUT Templates Designer, and that's where we're going to jump in today. So upon launching the designer, it will open up the Templates menu. Now when Templates is selected, you'll see it highlighted in green on the left-hand side of the screen here, and all of the different template choices will display, and you'll be able to scroll through and select one you like. Note that there are various categories within the Templates Designer. Right now I'm looking at the full-size categories. There's also left chest and cap, leg and sleeve prints, oversized prints, and then also interchangeable data, which will allow you to customize the individual design components, and I'll show you that here in a moment. Let's start with the basic capabilities of the designer in the full-size template category. Upon selecting the full-size template category, we'll scroll down through and pick a layout that we want to create from. Once you've selected a layout, you'll see this whole menu changes, and now I'm working with the customization areas of the specific layout that I've selected. And so it starts me with highlighting Riverside. If I want to change that to West Side, it's a simple change of the text. We'll maintain the current font selection for right now, but you can change the font selection if you want, but customize each text zone within the design. Now, if you want to add additional text to the design, it's as simple as clicking Add Text, and we'll do that here in a moment. But first, since we've selected the Wildcats for the text component, let's swap out the clip art for this specific team. When I click on Swap Clip Art, you'll see, once again, the same, a bunch of different categories of clip art. Right now, it launched the Mascots category, since that's what I'm swapping for. It also has Sports, Occupations, Interchangeable Data, just general design elements, holidays, events, food and drink, and states. This list is constantly growing to include more styles of clip art and more categories of clip art. Additionally, you'll be able to toggle between more detailed designs and less detailed designs as it relates to the clip art that you're working with, depending on the look that you're going for. In this case, since we're doing the weeding for you, I'm going to select the more detailed designs. I'll select the Cougar design, and it'll drop onto the screen. Once things are on the design screen, they are live from a sizing perspective. So I can grab the handles, drag, click and drag, size them up and down. And you'll notice around the whiskers how it's automatically creating sort of a garment gap or a knockout area with the clip art. So this is a really cool element of the designer. When I move that around, it sort of integrates it with the design and automatically creates that garment gap area. If I wanted to change my size of my design, I'm just going to draw, click and drag a bounding box, select the whole selection, and it will give me my current width and my current height of my design. So let's make that a little bit smaller. I'm going to do it 10 inches on the width, which will size it proportionally on the height. Now I'd like to drop in just an additional text customization to this design before I start to talk about material selection, pricing, quantity, those sorts of things. I'm going to click on Add Text, and I'll select that same bold font that I want to add text from, and then I'll be able to customize. So if this were the 2017 state champion shirts that I'm working on, I'll type in 2017 state champs, and I'll just drag that under my design. Once again, I'm able to move that around, size it as I see fit. Now I'm dealing with an entire design that's approximately 11 by 11 inches. Let's move over to your material choices at this point. These are going to be your heat transfer vinyl choices. So the CAD-CUT material, that's our trademark branded name for heat transfer vinyl that we invented, we manufacture, and we sell. Once you click that drop down, you'll be able to see all of your design selections. A couple of my favorite things that we have in this design are, of course, I've mentioned the glitter flake. The basic films like fashion film are always very popular, but this adhesive is a big one too. And so we actually cut from the heat transfer adhesive. You can apply it and then apply a heat transfer foil down. A really cool application. For the sake of your first example that you're seeing, let's select fashion film since it's a very popular product of ours. Upon selecting whatever material selection you'd like, it populates that color list. All of the colors available will be displayed, and you click on them to read the color name and also to get the color change. As I'm making all of these selections, including changing the size, changing the material type, and changing the quantity, it generates a price. So to order a single piece of this 11 by 11 design, it's going to cost me $10.25 for that transfer. Now, if this is for the state championship team, and perhaps there's 18 players on the team, you'll see that price drops tremendously down to $6.69 per print. But the great thing is I can order as little as one, which gives me a way to create a sample, a live sample rather than just a virtual sample, to showcase to the customer or just to create samples for my shop, depending on what you're trying to do. Once you generate the quantity, and you can mess around with that and sort of change it, and it'll generate the price. If I'd like to drop my price a little more, one way to do that is sort of select the design and try to size it down. You'll see every modification you make results in a new price point based on the selections. You'll see your order total. Once you're happy with your final design, you'll be able to add it to your cart. And then, of course, if I'm not ready to order, if I'm just creating a sample layout, I can always save this design. Once you save it, it'll save to your files, and you'll have a complete file library that you can access different designs and customize from. You want to make sure that you save your design before you move on to the next one so you don't lose that piece of artwork. I want to show you a couple other cool things that I find valuable about the designer. So I'm going to delete this to get a full screen here. And let me go back to my templates categories. And one of my favorite areas are interchangeable data. Interchangeable data basically allows you to create personalized elements of a design while getting the benefit of a bulk quantity order. So if I wanted to create an interchangeable data layout, I can select whatever layout I want. I can make those same customizations that you see here. But when you get to the interchangeable data element, there's two particular components. So if this is, I want to change to somebody's last name, perhaps I want it to be Ellsworth for my last name, and I'm number 22, I can make those changes and it will drop Ellsworth number 22 into that layout. Now I can simply add a row. Maybe your last name or the next player's last name is Jones and they're number 34. It will just continue to customize, and you continue to add rows and customize as you see fit, and you'll notice that you're getting quantity breaks for every single piece you add. Now it's pricing me at a 3-piece quantity, even though all of those are personalized to the individual player with the interchangeable data. If I wanted to give a price point on designing this out a glitter flake, perhaps in that fluorescent blue color, you can see the price changes based on what you're working with. Just for sake of speed, let's just say we had 15 players on the roster. I'm just going to do a quick change of quantity of all these to 5 to give you some perspective, because I want to show you when you make those updates, you're going to get a price update for the quantity of 15 in the right-hand side of the screen. Now, if I'm still not happy with that price, once again, it's all based on not only the quantity, but the size of the design. So doing a simple size down and making that slightly smaller is going to generate a new price. Also note that when I size that down with the glitter flake selection, the designer is smart enough to give me an indication when something breaks the thresholds of our production. So it'll say this particular area is too small. So you'll actually be able to go in, size those particular areas to try to get them to be within scope until the error message removes, centering that again on my design. And now I have a design that's within spec, ready to add to cart, ready to order. That is some of the power of CAD-CUT templates. You can create your designs from scratch, from a layout. You can choose exactly the material selection you want, exactly the quantity you want, and receive those ready to heat apply. Now I've created a few designs here that I'd like to walk through just to give you some inspiration when you're creating in CAD-CUT templates. Let's start with the design over here to my left. This was designed by somebody from our Stahls TV content team, but you get the concept here. They've incorporated arrows as design elements, which are available in the templates designer. They've included sort of the heart area, and you see the garment gap from the heart element placed over the hockey sticks as mixing two clip art elements, and customized the text with a saying, selected CAD-CUT hologram as the design choice, and you get a nice finished look for this oversized garment. Now let's turn over here to my right and let's look at this design. This particular design has the interchangeable data element. You're seeing the number 99 there. That's been the interchangeable data element within each design personalized. This gives you a nice vibrant look. This is our fashion film electric material that's been customized specific for this player on this specific team. Next, let's move into this glitter flake design. And on this glitter flake design, you see where it's more of a commemoration of an event or a wedding. So you're seeing the use of, once again, arrows as design elements. You're seeing some script fonts. You're seeing the addition of a date and the couple that's been married on this particular date. So you can create for all sorts of events, occasions, styles. Start with a layout. Don't be confined to a specific market type. Customize it and make it whatever you want with CAD-CUT templates. That's the power. All you need is a heat press and an account to design on Stahls.com. Thanks for watching.